Welcome back. I just want to show you a quick thing. I built a shelf and I was going to video it, but didn't. So this is just a stock photo. I've got an arch very similar to this, and I want to build a shelf. The thing is, I'm not allowed to screw, glue, or in any other way doohickey the sidewall, so I had to basically improvise. So the first thing I did is I measured across the base. Now the skirting boards I have are not this frilly thing. It's just like a piece of 1x2, I think it is, or 4x2, 6x2, something. So that's flat. So then what I did is I measured from here to here, and then I put in a piece of wood. Then I measured the gap from the top of that shelf to here. I used a scrap piece of wood, kind of fed it across here until I found the top, where the arch stopped and the straight began, and then marked it there with a whiteboard marker. This was I can wipe it off afterwards. Measured that distance from there to there, minus this distance, which is like an inch, because I'm going to put a lid on top, and then made two pieces of wood that size. So we have that. Then what I did is I double checked it. I basically took this piece of wood, made sure that it would fit there with no issues. So I cut another piece of wood and put it there. So now I have that, right? I put just a dab of glue each contact point, enough to keep it in place, but not enough to make it permanent. So I could basically break it with a spatula or screwdriver. Did that through the entire process. Next I did is I was using the distance of the shelf was I got these VHSs, and some are collector's boxes, so they're kind of like 1.5 size. So I used that as a template, and then gave it a little bit of breathing room, and then measured how many times that would go into here, and so I ended up with something like this. I cut these supports. I think I've got 5 shelves. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got 5 shelves. So I did that. You follow me, right? And I did enough for the sides, and then enough for the middle, as you see in a second. So I've got that so far, right? Making sure that I've got the same gap for this. Then I measured from here to here for my shelves, and then put in the shelves. Boom, boom, boom. So there you go. So they're basically sitting on top of the wood. This wood is glued to the backboard, to the support here. And so it gives something for the shelf to sit on. Boom, 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 boom. Then what I did is then I just let it sit overnight, so the glue would seal. I put like a weight on top of here and top of here to give it a chance to seal. And then once I did that, I put 25-pound weight on top of here and 25-pound weight on top of here. I pushed against the wood, so the force of the weight to keep it in place, but then it's as close to the support beams that I've got already, right? So that's that. Next day, then again, I put in these things, and I put one under each of the other, and then I put another one between the bottom of the bottom shelf and the floor for the skirting board. So I've got support all the way here, and there you go. That's it. That's my shelf. And so, once I've got it tied up a bit, I'll give you a photograph of it. But I just want to show you how it's done. So again, there's no there we go. There's no, all this is just its own frame. None of this is glued to anywhere. It's just glued to itself. It's not glued to the wall. So the only thing holding it together is its own structure. Each piece of wood is supporting the weight of the shelf, and then the next piece of wood is being supported by that and that, etc., etc., etc. So there you go. That's my shelf. I hope you found it interesting. And hopefully it's helpful if you're in need for doing a similar thing. You have a good one, and catch you in the next one.